Happy Monday. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and this week looks fairly tranquil. That said, it won't be as cool as it was back over the weekend and won't be nearly as hot as it was last week when we had those near 100-degree temperatures for 4 or 5 days in a row. Nothing like that, but it won't be 51 degrees like it was back on Saturday. We're going to be somewhere in between, but probably leaning towards the hot side for most of this upcoming week, including your day today. A couple things about this shot. Number one, notice those clear sunny skies, slightly different from Saturday. We had all that cool rain around. And number two, if you look off towards the right, it's pretty hard to pick out the mountains. That is thanks to some ground ozone and still a little bit of wildfire smoke from those fires over the Pacific Northwest and southwestern British Columbia. That's infiltrating our skies and keeping things a little bit on the smoggy side today. That said, there is no air quality alert for the Front Range at this time. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if that changes. Now, for today, we are looking at a warm and dry day ahead for us here in Denver. No real storm chances anywhere really statewide. Tomorrow, we'll see conditions kind of turn a bit breezier, and that will increase our chances for some fire danger for our day tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, storms will be fairly widespread, especially into the mountains. And that is thanks to perhaps something fairly unusual, at least for Colorado weather. And it's thanks to some tropical weather. I'll get in more detail on that here in just a second. Temperatures right now, 70s and 80s for us in eastern Colorado, and then into the mountains, 50s and 60s for the most part, depending on your elevation, of course, and here in Denver at 77 degrees at this hour. Now notice in southwestern Colorado, a little bit of cloud cover starting to stream on in. That is thanks to the remnants of what was Hurricane K. You might have heard some of those news reports and maybe here on 9 News about what we saw over the weekend in Southern California, Southern Nevada, some flash flooding, some serious rainfall into Southern California and Southern Nevada. Again, that is thanks to some subtropical moisture that is streaming on in from what was a significant hurricane. Once, at one point, was a Category 3 storm off the Baja California Peninsula. That system is now spinning its way off to the north. It is no longer even close to a hurricane. It is just, at this point, a lot of heavy rain. But that said, that will eventually impact our weather here in Colorado. Today, though, no impacts from that system. Temperatures upper 80s, might nick 90 degrees. Don't think we quite get there, but I guess the bottom part, at least it's not 99 degrees, right? I know a lot of us probably a little bit tired of that heat that we saw last week, but today it will be in the upper 80s. So yeah, it's still above average. We're normally in the low 80s this time of year, but still, when you're talking about those temperatures near 90 degrees, not as bad as last week's intense heat. So 60s and 70s for highs into the mountains, upper 80s on the western slope for us for our day today. Again, we have an outside chance of nicking 90 degrees today. If we do, that would be our 65th day at 90 or above. And that, by the way, that 64 number is already third most all time here in Denver. We probably won't get to number 2 or number 1 on the list. Now, number 2 is 73 and number 1 is 75. That was just 2 years ago. You can see at top right hand side of your screen. Won't get there, but may get a couple more 90 plus days before the year is over and done with. And tomorrow, pretty good chance we get there. It will be breezy, so that will increase our chances for increased fire danger for a day tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some red flag warnings for northeast Colorado for a day tomorrow. That is thanks again to those breezy conditions and warm temperatures, very dry air mass. We do increase our cloud cover. Better chance for storms will be into the mountains where we get a bit more of that moisture from Hurricane K, or what was Hurricane K, just streaming its way into your direction. So showers and storms spin on in from the south and west, the San Juans, the Wet Mountains, the San Bernardino Cristos on north into the West Elks, looking at some fairly widespread showers and storms for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Denver urban corridor, we probably stay dry for a day tomorrow. Maybe a chance, especially as you get on up to about South Park and kind of along and west of the Continental Divide, but in town probably to stay dry for a day tomorrow. And then those showers and storms, again, south and west into southwest Colorado. Now, for tomorrow, temperatures upper 80s to around 90 for most of the metro area. These spots could top 90 degrees. Would not be surprised if we overachieve on these temperatures. We tend to do this on these days where we get some gusty winds out ahead of a cool front, and we're going to see that arrive on Wednesday. So Wednesday, at this point, looks to be the stormiest day of the upcoming week. Reason being, we've got widespread showers and storms from a combination of the leftovers of Hurricane K plus a cold front that'll move its way on through. So I do think Wednesday will end up being mostly cloudy with scattered showers and storms. Better chance for storms as you get west and south here in Colorado, so Palmer Divide. And as you get west into the mountains, you'll see a bit more moisture up that way. And then Thursday and Friday, it's pretty minimal in terms of those shower and storm chances. And then we really warm on up and dry things out as we get into the end of the week and it's the end of the weekend. So for today, tranquil weather, temperatures about 5 degrees above average. Tomorrow, we'll see some increased clouds, increased fire danger as well. So don't overlook that fire danger. Would not be surprised if we get red flag warnings for a day tomorrow. And then Wednesday looks to be the stormiest day of the upcoming stretch. And then Thursday, Friday, maybe a few isolated storms around in the mountains mainly. And then we're really hot and really dry for next weekend with temperatures back into the low 90s. Meteorologist Keely Chalmers will have an update for you coming up at 9 News at noon. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin's in at 4 and 5 today. And then meteorologist Danielle Grant in at 9 and 10 tonight after the Emmys. So plenty there. In fact, let's go back to me there for a quick second. I accidentally hit the space bar there. But there's a quick update and a quick overview about what you can expect today and for the upcoming week. Again, I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus, and have a great rest of your Monday.